The shuttle pilot told me Odessen was a formidable base, but it's even more impressive in person. Jedi and Sith working side by side. It's surreal. I'd like to speak plainly, Master. Perhaps there's somewhere more suitable for that sort of conversation?
That can be arranged.
Once again, I find myself in your debt. Master Nosteral may have been captured, but he lives because of you. I am grateful for my time on Ossus, but I'm glad to be back. Together, you and I can put an end to war, create lasting peace.
I'm looking forward to it, Jacer.
Thanks. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to Ossus. I was never meant to be a Jedi. Master, I must be straight with you. Even before I met you, I've struggled with one tenet of the Jedi Code. The restrictions on love. I understood it logically. Romance made fools of people, and a Jedi must be willing to sacrifice any individual for the greater good. And yet the way I feel when I think about you, it's exhilarating. It's so much stronger than the bond between master and apprentice. How could it be wrong?
Jacer.
When you were gone, I completely lost my center. I had to shut myself off from my power, or I'd constantly be searching for you. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I love you more than my own life. Maybe I'm just a fool after all.
I'm sorry, Jacer. I can't.
It's all right. You don't need to explain. Please, forget I said anything, if that's even possible. This won't change anything, I promise. I just need a few moments to meditate. On my own. If you need me, you know where to find me.
I'm telling you, an idiot doesn't come up with a pun like that. Or speak a forgotten language. Insane? Perhaps. Xenophobic? Bigoted? Murderous? All fair. But he's not an idiot. Not the bigger idiot, anyway.
Debating relative idiocy, are we?
They can't decide who's more foolish, Petrif or Akuru.
Really now?
Onderon, your conquering king returns. After this day, none will question my power. Excuse me?
He said you're sure to win, O mighty king.
I am indeed. Our noble forces await us. To war!
Between Petrif and Akuru, the capital's security forces should be adequately distracted. While they attack the main gate, my droids will blow open the city wall near a sewer bypass. That will be your entry to the orbital defense cannon's control center. Once you destroy the Republic fleet in orbit, our victory on Corellia will be one step closer.
Where will you be during the assault?
Remotely directing my droid commandos. They will supervise Petrif and Akuru to ensure they stay on task. After all, I wouldn't want to waste all this effort we've put into undermining Onderon's government. To that end, once the fleet is dealt with, you should regroup with Petrif and his troops. If you aid them in defeating Senator Nibet and her Republic allies, Petrif can rule unchallenged as the Empire's puppet. Onderon would be ours.
We're here for the Republic fleet. That's it. Taking over the planet isn't our job.
Do as you will, but I will not turn away from a prize that is all but in our grasp. I will deploy my droids to clear a path. Good luck, Commander. This will be a day long remembered.
Savik, come in. The cannons are disabled. Petrif or Akuru must have damaged the power grid in their attack.
Blasted fools! We'll think of something else once the palace is secure. Please, hurry to the throne room. All of my droids have been destroyed. I have no visibility. But if you ensure Petrif's victory, I'm sure we can find another way to disable the Republic fleet. Please, this is our last chance. Savik out.
Onderon will return to the old ways, the pure ways. Your blood will wash away centuries of desecration.
You don't fight for Onderon. You fight for your own bigoted agenda. You fight, and you lose.
His loss is my gain, Nabet. I've beaten you. I've won. Did you really believe you could steal the throne of the great King Petrif?
Steal your throne? What in blazes are you talking about?
No sense lying now. Your treason is over. I've won.
Who's there? Show yourself!
Onderon is safe, Senator. That's all you need to know.
I don't understand!
You will. Soon.
The Republic fleet escaped.
Or they have escaped for now. With the Commander's aid, I am certain we can still stop them.
The Republic fleet escaped.
This is only a setback. We have countless alternatives to pursue.
The Republic fleet escaped.
Savik chose an idiot for an ally and wasted our best chance to destroy the target. She deserves to die.
How could this happen?
Such a waste. We have no more time to waste. Onderon has been an abject failure. Another fleet of Republic reinforcements is docking at Mek-Shar, as Darth Shah suspected. That will be your next target. Rendezvous with Shah's forces, and ensure they succeed where Savik failed. Malgus out.
So, what's our next stop?
Set course for Mek-Shar.
Ah, we know it well. A mined-out asteroid converted into a fueling station. We would love to join you. If you think your alliance has room, of course. Please? Please?
It's been a pleasure working with you again. Welcome to the Alliance.
Wonderful.
I have a shuttle prepped and ready, shall we? Commander, welcome to Mek-Shar, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah. I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I oversee Imperial logistics and civil order. My expertise with the galaxy's criminal element led to my taking direct command of this operation. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
Slavery is disgusting. I'm not interested in supporting it.
The slaves support us, dear. That's the whole point. If you want nothing to do with their business, that's your prerogative. We are merely using the Brothers' territory as a headquarters. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait, there's some... What? Ah!
Who in blazes was that?
Chase them down and find out.
You're kidding, right? Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy Emperor Vowron and attack you in the middle of a priority mission. You must have done something truly stirring.
I don't remember making any Sith angry lately. None that are alive, at least.
Perhaps he simply wanted a challenge. Fascinating. Ah well, you handled him easily enough. Best if we return to the mission at hand. Shall we? Now then, let's review the mission parameters. A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from Mek-Shar in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So, we stop them from refueling.
I'm afraid that won't be enough to suit Emperor Vowron. If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack while they transfer the fuel.
Precisely. Major Anri, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now Mek-Shar's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won. So they put in a fail-safe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in Mek-Shar's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit. Make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks. Fry every ship in the fleet.
That sounds complicated and risky. How many ships can they realistically send to Corellia if they don't refuel at all?
Our intelligence suggests anywhere from 5 to 10 of their strongest cruisers. Too many. The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap. As it happens, you have a perfect chance to do just that. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
And what will the rest of you be doing?
Major Anri will be acquiring some special items we'll need later. Meanwhile, I will make a show of myself around the rest of Mek-Shar. I'll make it seem like I'm preparing to launch a conventional attack, so they won't look for more subtle threats. Don't hesitate to call if you need anything.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Good luck, darling.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. First up, Huttbreaker, revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek-Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek-Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. Darth Shah said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of Mek-Sha. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor. We tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harito Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda. They're
mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
The mighty Sith Empire, resting its future on shady deals with shadier people.
Wars are never won on the front lines.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot.
Mek-Sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years. All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward. We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Mek-Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts.
Well, the Hutts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, meet Tawi there, Jedi Knight.
It's so rare that we can step away from the war for a peaceful chat.
Just because nobody's shooting at each other yet, doesn't mean the war isn't here.
The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Ossus. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
You have nothing to fear from me, Jedi.
We'll see.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
Keep on walking, I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
Why so hostile? Can't we have a civil conversation?
No, I didn't watch my buddies die in the coldest space just to make chit-chat with their killers, or their killers' friends, whichever you are. Huh, I need another drink.
What do you want?
You know who you're speaking to, right?
Yeah, and that's got me suspicious. Republic ships show up, you show up. You want to chit-chat with the Darmander. We aren't going to fight your little war. If that's what you're after, you're wasting your time.
I'm here to get your help with our operations on Mek Shah. No fighting needed.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Meet me at the canteen later, and we'll see.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que caça do bonyelis de otto. Chai con kunta chichai.
I'm not looking for friends.
Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. Ikosa mose ala chuta. Kobane puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious. What's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kliskataka yos osko ukopakuta. Makipuna male tuta o nishka. Litisa roda kopana chaporko utmangisa.
It'd be better to discuss this in private.
Pampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Kupula wa michade sula. Kafstu undile. Jino hola lukuta. Tungi machechu. Kuti nanki he. Wana wa de bloto wichawa.
Ah, there you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
That's Novablade gear. What are you planning?
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realizing who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the Exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. I knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
Well, you showed up. I prefer doing business here. Better drinks, no dress code, industrial waste disposal on the back if there's trouble.
Are you trying to be funny?
People usually like that one. Or they immediately turn and run. Both work for me. It was a joke. You can relax here. Sit down. Let's continue our little discussion.
You're in a much better mood than you were at Heartbreakers.
Well, it's hard to cut loose in a room full of people who'd flush you out of an airlock if it made business sense. Here I get to sit in my corner, bartender knows how to make them, and people don't pretend to like me. So, yeah, let's start with what exactly you want from me.
I want you to vote in favor of selling fuel to the Republic.
You want them to refuel? I don't know what your game is, but I don't need to. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
What did you have in mind?
You know that slimy little Rhodian Veek? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darmanda catches the blame. I know the guy who's next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Veek, and the vote's yours.
You can count on me. Veek is as good as dead.
Take this communicator and get somewhere out of the way. Buzz Veek with it, and he'll think Huttbreaker's calling for him. Use it to call me when the job's done. Once I see it with my own eyes, we'll be golden.
Mitisa Roda, Kopana Chaporko Utman Gisa? Onkiki Ato Chakampat Loka, Chisa Picha.
Job's done. Good. The vote's yours. Good luck with your war.
If you decide you're interested in mercenary work for the Empire...
If I get that stupid, you'll be the first one I call. See you when I see you.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Indigo to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
Send me the coordinates and I'll make my way there.
You got it. Before we dive into this op, I have to tell you, I feel like Shah's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
You were a slave once. How do you feel about slavery in the Empire?
Being a slave was horrible, but it motivated me to be the best, to make myself more. That's what the Empire's all about, isn't it? Still, if things had been different, I could have got a lot more years soldiering in. Probably a lot of good soldiers died working in a mine or something, before they got their chance to really make a difference.
Slavery is cruel and destructive. The Empire would be better off without it.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to get things done the best they can be done. But I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more brains put to it. Alright, I've burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amory out.
Major Henry, I'm downloading the failsafe schematics now.
Copy that. Think we finally have the old fool locked down. Gonna snag some droids and make our getaway before he gets loose again. Henry out.
Thanks to your impressive efforts, the vote has gone as we intended. Mek-Shar will sell fuel to the Republic. Their ships are preparing to dock now. It's clear that they have no idea what we intend. Once their ships are locked into fueling position, we will begin our assault.
I've gone over the failsafe schematics with my boys. We'll break into the maintenance shafts and hit the 4 main emitters all at once. Someone else will have to throw the big switch, though. Can't activate the failsafe from inside. Has to be done from the dock's control center.
Leave that to me.
We're of the same mind. Excellent. Before you begin, I will load the remainder of our troops into assault shuttles and make a diversionary strike on the docks themselves. That should serve to distract the bulk of their defenders. Still, do be careful as you approach the failsafe controls, darling.
I'm not your darling. Give it up.
We'll see. Oh, to see their ships gutted by the very fuel that they were so desperate to acquire. This will be a glorious day for the Empire. I only hope our upcoming victory on Corellia shall be similarly poetic. Our trap is set, and our prey circling within it. Let's show our Republic friends the futility of their best-laid plans.